I pressed record. Okay. Theme song, theme song, theme song, theme song, theme song, theme song.
Yay, us. Here we are again.
Yay! We survived another week.
Sorta.
This week was
difficult?
Yeah, the kids started school. Your thing is on your phone.
My thing is on my phone.
Yeah.
It's all wrong.
So yeah, the kids started school, and many, many tears have been shed.
By all parties.
Yeah. We've all had our breakdowns at different points, sometimes the same time.
If I'm being honest, that's why I don't call in the middle of the morning. That's a lot of the time why I'm not coming home at lunch, even though I could. Because I don't want to come home and then yell at everybody and leave.
It was...
And tell me, that's probably what would happen.
Yeah, but like, the first day wasn't bad for Caleb. Caleb started on Tuesday. And the first day wasn't too bad. But the second day, his English teacher sent out the wrong Zoom link, and he couldn't get in. And he was like, it's my second day. They're not going to be... Oh, my God, you coughed, and you got me.
How did I get you?
I don't... Look at that. Okay, look at the wet spot on my hand.
The wet spot from you. Maybe you spit on yourself.
No, I didn't spit on myself.
You probably
I'm not silly. Don't spit on me during sex. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, Caleb started crying. I started crying. Speaking of spitting and sex, okay, I didn't tell you this, but don't look at me like that. It's late. It's hot. So I'm friends with a porn star, Kayla Page. She's super nice. I met her at the Comedy Store. Her and I hit it off. She was writing for a roast for another porn star, and her and I just got along really well. Anyway, she posted her roast on Instagram, and I wrote her, and I was like, oh my God, you did so well that I knew you would. I miss you so much. And she had like thousands of comments, but she replied to my comment, and she was like, oh my God, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you again. You know, something like that. And I got like 50 followers immediately on Instagram.
That's hilarious.
And then I lost 50 followers immediately on Instagram.
They're like, all right, oh, she's not naked? Forget it.
But they were like, oh, this girl is cool with the porn star. And then they're like, oh, this girl is not cool at all.
That's funny.
It made me sad, though. And like every time, like Cassandra will write something, like I'll get a couple followers, and then people are like, "Nah, fuck this bitch," and just disappear.
This girl's not funny. What the hell is this?
Hey, I'm funny. I'm not a porn star. I'd totally be a porn star though if it paid our rent.
You know how easy it would be for you to be a porn star?
I don't want to, but I don't want to be.
You're the one like trying to sell me on Chatterbait with my penis.
Because you have a beautiful, beautiful penis.
I just told like 4 people that I had a beautiful penis.
I was telling someone the other day that you're really charming. While you pick your nose, oh my God, that ruined everything I was about to say.
I had my finger in my nose.
But I was like, he's really charming. And when you used to coach our kids' flag football team, like, the moms would always come up to me because, like, Valencia's Santa Clarita moms are shady as fuck. Not all of them, but most of them. And they would come up and they'd be like, oh, my God, John's so good with the kids. And I would be like, John, eat another cookie. But then I'd tell him, I'm like, oh, micro penis. Like, he hits me.
That's fucked up.
Anything to get them.
I could have cheated on you with some rich girls.
Oh.
You ruined it.
Maybe we should do that now.
No, too late now. You ruined it.
No,
No, I'm too old and definitely not as good looking as I was.
Yeah, but your penis didn't age. It's like a... Never mind. I'm not finishing that sentence. But your penis doesn't age.
There's like 3 people that listen to this that now know that. It's magic.
It's not magic. He hits me.
It's the fountain of youth.
He hits me.
From the inside.
Micro penis. I don't even know how I got pregnant.
Alright, so what else?
I don't know if I told you this. The other day, Caleb has expressed wanting boundaries. I am a butt grabber. It's what I do. I got in trouble in 3rd grade for grabbing butts. Hasn't stopped since.
So you're a me tooer.
I am a me tooer. I'm a joy tooer. And Caleb has asked me not to touch his butt. Well, the other day he was leaning up, and I just touched it. And he was like, Mom, you're molesting me. I feel molested. And all I could think is like, John and I must be really good parents, because if he thinks that's molesting, then obviously he hasn't been molested, because if you grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, you're like, you didn't get jerked off?
I was like, okay, I did something right, because if this kid thinks that
Uncle Frank didn't jerk you off? What the hell's wrong with you? That's what's happening. That's what's supposed to happen, remember? That's how we were in the 80s and 70s.
The 80s, yeah. I was like, so I must be doing something right, because obviously my kid's not getting molested, because I would much rather have had my mom grab my butt than
I think I just got us canceled.
in the 80s. And let's see, what else? And then I was telling my patient about that, and we were cracking up, and she's like, holy shit, yeah, all of us were molested in the 80s. I was like, okay, doesn't make me feel bad. But then I was did I ever tell you, like, speaking of sex, I don't know, I feel like you haven't talked any of this episode, but did I ever tell you about how my aunt and uncle made a sex tape? Did I ever tell you this story?
Please tell me that's my
no,
favorite aunt.
It's not your favorite aunt, Jonathan and Michael. I should have never told you my aunt likes anal.
She's my favorite.
You can never
She's
meet
like
her.
78 years old, 80 years old, and be like, how's that butthole holding up?
You can never meet that aunt.
You walk by her, she's go. I'm like, oh my god, is that a nickel?
He actually.
Boom! That shit was funny. You see what I did there?
Yeah,
you saw what I did.
I
there.
saw
I
you.
didn't see it. Like all 3 people didn't see that. But I did.
He actually called my aunt. So when we were little, we would go to my aunt and uncle's house to play. My dad would play poker with my aunts and with my uncles, and they'd make us kids sleep in the living room, and I can't sleep very well when there's noise or light or anything. I can't fucking sleep. So anyways, they were talking, and I don't know why, but my uncle was telling them that my aunt likes anal, which, by the way, my uncle was telling my dad his sister likes anal. So I stupidly told John, and John now refers to her as Aunt Anal, and he can never meet her, ever.
I think I have one.
No, you haven't. You haven't met that side of the family yet. I know you haven't met her.
Okay.
Because I kept you two apart. Because you'd be all, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, not Aunt Anal. But
Anal.
I had an aunt, I won't say which one, on my mom's side, call, and I answered the phone, and she was crying. And my mom, she's like, I want to speak to your mom, so I gave my mom the phone, and my mom's consoling her, obviously. It's okay, it's all right, da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. But then my mom hangs up the phone and starts laughing hysterically, and I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, what's going on? And so apparently, my aunt and uncle made a sex tape, and they watched it, and my aunt was so upset because there were rolls, and my uncle obviously made a really ugly face while having sex, and she was crying because it looked so gross, and she looked fat, and he looked fat, and the whole time my uncle's like, this is so fucking hot.
So she's saying it wasn't sexy.
No, and she wanted it to be erased forever, and my uncle's like, no, this is fucking hot.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I wouldn't want to see myself.
Oh my god, no.
I don't need to see that fucking train wreck.
Although I will say I have naked pictures of me before kids that sometimes I look at because I'm like, oh, years.
How come I haven't seen it? 16 years.
Because I don't want you to see how good I could look if I applied myself.
Don't worry, I know you gave up.
I worked out today with Stacia. She kicked my butt. But also, like, my ex has a lot of naked pictures of me, which kind of freaked me out. Because, yeah. Are there naked pictures of you floating around?
That's big negative.
I have naked pictures of you on my phone.
You get them when I'm sleeping or something?
Yeah, I do. I take pictures of your magnificent micro penis. You've sent me a couple naked niggies.
I don't think I've ever sent you.
I can show you.
Why would I send you things like that?
I have you with one where you're wearing a Batman cape. Does this ring any bells?
Negative.
Does this ring any balls?
No, I was probably still drinking back then.
No, it was after drinking. You haven't been drinking for so long. I don't remember you drinking. Like, it's been
a long time.
A long time.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's been, we've been together a lot longer with me out drinking, without drinking than with.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, really.
It only lasted a couple years. I mean, the heavy drinking was only because I was freaking going through all that shit so much, and I was just freaking dealing with so much. I didn't know how to deal with it.
Right. Like, I mean, the only things I really remember are you and Sam playing bottle caps in our fucking living room.
Ooh, that was fun. We used to play caps and play hockey.
You know what I threw away the other day?
Hockey cap?
I did.
Did you?
I threw it away.
That's okay.
Because there was just, yeah.
There's no room for shit like that in our little baby house. There's no movement, and then that shit's getting more real.
I don't even want to think about that.
No, I keep wanting to stick my head in the sand.
I know. Like, I'm telling you, ostrich is my spirit animal, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
I totally understand why people murder suicides.
Hey, now, hopefully you have a second family, because I don't. If I'm going out, I want to do it. I don't want somebody to take me out. So if we're going to do murder-suicide, I want to suicide myself. Yeah?
Whatever.
Too much dead air right there. You were thinking, like, you seriously thought about it. You're like, I'll let her fucking kill herself.
Well, maybe I've been really thinking about it.
Yeah. Is it okay? Am I going to have to cut this out, or am I going to have to save it for legal representation?
You're going to have to save it for legal shit. But it won't matter.
Stop it. Don't kill me. I mean, kill me, but don't. Oh. Damn it, my phone won't. And you have anything you want to talk about? I have more stuff, but...
No, you keep going.
Well, you made me write down last night. I was going to talk about school, like, for me, because I was telling someone, and I'm sure I've told you before, like, the way I went to school was kindergarten through 8th grade.
Right. You didn't deal with it. You didn't know. Changing classes, like, blew your freaking mind.
Yeah, it really did. So I was just seeing how our kids are adapting is so cool in a way. I mean, yeah, they throw fits. And yeah, technology decides to stop working at the worst possible time. But the first day of high school for me, I had history first. And class got out. And I was sitting there. And the teacher's like, okay, it's time for your next class. And I was like, no, I'll just stay here until we start again. And she was like, no, you have to leave and go to your next class. And I was like, I don't understand the words coming out of your mouth right now.
That's messed up.
I was so confused. And then my dad, like, I went a little psycho my freshman year because I was just so overwhelmed. And I wasn't acclimating very well. And at one point, my dad's like, are you on drugs? And I'm like, should I be? Is that what you're supposed to do? Like, I don't know what we're supposed to do right now. But one of the girls, that same thing, went through kindergarten through 8th grade with me. She hid in the bathroom the whole fucking time because she couldn't handle it. And another girl just walked into the office and was like, fucking call my parents. I cannot be here. Like, it was so overwhelming.
I could see that.
So,
I was thinking, when I was in elementary school, we had one classroom. You were talking about the technology. I was thinking, we had one classroom that was the computer room. One single classroom.
Yes.
That had maybe 10, 12 computers in it. And they were like the old green, they were DOS, like black screen with like green writing. I didn't know anything. I still don't know anything about computers. But I was like, holy shit. I was just thinking like, wow, I was at the beginning. I should have learned that stuff. I had a keyboard class my sophomore year in high school, and that's when I learned how to type.
Just think
They
about...
still had typing classes when I was in high school.
But think about how fast...
They still had a smoking section in the freaking parking lot when I was a freshman.
You're old. But just think about it. Like, think about how fast I type now. I learned that my sophomore year in high school. Like, to me, I'm like, fucking impressive, man.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I can't do that.
I only have 2 more things. Brody had that wooden sword.
Oh my god, I fucking hate that.
And I was laying on the bed on my stomach, and he put the wooden sword on my butt and then pretended to pull it out like it was the sword in the stone, and then walked around saying he was the chosen one. And I was like, dude, your dad's already been there. Like,
yeah,
I take after my aunt.
He was the only one that was really on purpose.
Yeah, he was the purpose baby. And then you made me write down last night, but I don't know if you remember this, 5 greatest feelings. You remember you making me write that down?
Well, yeah, because we were laughing. I said, oh, you were scratching my back, and I go, my God, that's like one of the 5 greatest feelings in the world, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you said, what are the 5 greatest feelings for me? And I said, I don't know. That's a good question. So, I think, obviously orgasm is up there as, top number 1, because that's like the best half a second before you pass out for whatever.
I wouldn't know about that, but yeah, next.
That's okay. I got mine.
See, ladies, you don't want him.
Fucking selfish bastard. So,
wait, what was the guy's name on Austin Powers? Fat bastard.
Well, I'm that too.
No, you're not. Shut up.
Fucked up.
I
just told me
I did it. I just couldn't remember.
So okay, so you had orgasm would
orgasm.
be there. I swear to God, having the back, like being pet like a fucking dog, basically, is what it is, right?
Uh-huh.
And I love that.
Well, how many years?
That's got to be number 2 or number 3 on my list. I mean, no joke. Like number 2, number 3 for like feelings. Like it's probably number 3 because a really close to the orgasm second is the rush of being like, for me, in like a competition. It always has been. Like that rush, that feeling of the intensity. I freaking love that.
I get that. That's
like where your heart, like there's times I like have to tell myself, and I do this because of you fucking locking your knees and falling down at the fucking band thing. Right? I'm racing stupid toy cars, or I was playing poker tournaments, or I was whatever I was doing, and I'm in the money, or I'm in the it's money time, it's go time, and I'm freaking like, okay, don't lock your knees. You're gonna fucking pass out. Calm down, dude. Dude, is your heartbeat too fast? Could you give yourself a heart attack doing this? That's the shit I think about when I'm fucking doing that. But I still
stop pounding on the fucking pepper.
But it's so like the intense feeling is so much. I love it. I love that. So that's like I'd say that's a really close number 2.
Okay.
And then of course the back scratch 3. And, I'm gonna have to think on 4 and 5 and come back because I don't know.
Okay, but I get that because
maybe good chocolate cake
or good poop. I'm surprised you. Yeah, your face right now. Oh my God. What was I gonna say?
Especially with the clean break.
When I get on stage and I get that really hard laugh,
I could see that.
That makes me just like, it's euphoria. Like I float off stage when I have a good set. Like it makes me feel so good. And also like, I don't like it, but I do. It's like this weird give and take where somebody, when they read my books and they tell me they like them, or if somebody like really likes one of my characters, it's really cool. I mean, there's people out there who have tattoos.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like
there's people who have Jack Hole's tattoos, and there's somebody who has a quote tattooed on. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool to me.
Oh, that is really cool. You're a good writer.
Oh, thank you. Fuck you by mentioning me passing out. We've never told that story before, but I kind of feel like we have to now. My freshman year to sophomore year summer, I was in band camp because I was color.
One time in band camp?
I was in color guard.
7 guys stick their flutes in my bosom?
Nobody. I was a virgin. Flute virgin as well. And
but not the rusty trombone.
Anyways, I was in color guard. I wasn't very good at it. I didn't make it the next year.
Did you drop your stick?
Many a times. I was not good at it. I don't dance well. Like, I don't. You have to dance with a stick. It's not my thing. But I did it, and I got in. Anyways, it was summer camp, and we were all standing in a circle, and I'm not kidding you, not exaggerating. As soon as the band leader talked about not locking your knees, I passed out. But apparently, I don't remember this because I passed out. I was standing straight, and I did a full circle on my feet, like my ankles were like a pivot joint, and then hit the grass, bounced, and then fell. And then when I came to, a female band director was over me, and she goes, I don't know, what the fuck? She goes, are you pregnant? And I was like, how long have I been out, and what did you do to me while I was out? I was so confused. I was like,
you're like, shit. I didn't know trombones could give me that.
My dad's gonna fucking kill me.
Were you supposed to put a rubber on?
But I was like, out of everything she could have asked me, why was that the first, like, not, are you okay? Do you need some water? Do we need to call an ambulance? It was, are you pregnant? Which I guess makes sense because I grew up in Madera, where in 8th grade, 3 of the girls that I graduated with were pregnant. So
in 8th grade?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It means they were like basically Caleb's age.
Younger.
Like 13, 14.
Younger, because one of them had him before we graduated 8th grade. Caleb's in 9th. That's crazy.
So she was like 13, 14. That's crazy.
Yeah. I didn't even have my period then. I couldn't get pregnant then. I didn't get my period till I was, almost a junior in high school.
The only thing I was going to impregnate was a sock.
There's a couple sock babies walking around that look just like you. There better not be a girl sock baby. That would piss.
Oh, I'm sure I dumped a few girls out on socks.
I bet you got all the socks pregnant with girls and then just gave me boys.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I started when I was young, so yeah.
What was the first? Oh.
I don't know. I mean, 10, 11, maybe.
Do you remember, what was your favorite thing to masturbate to? Did you have a thing?
Oh, I didn't really know. No, I just used whatever your little mind could come up with. You didn't know any better. Fuck, I mean,
okay.
A stiff wind could get your pee-pee hard when you're that young.
Now, what about, like, wet dreams? Did you ever have any of those? I
can't remember ever having them. Ever.
Huh.
Ever.
I've orgasmed while sleeping.
That's weird. I mean, I've always found that strange. Like, I've heard, Jeremiah Watkins talk about that. Like,
that's funny. I'm listening to that episode right now of Honeydew.
It's so wild because that's never happened to me. I can't even, I can't even fathom that dream.
I woke up with my legs, like, triple crossed, where it's just,
I mean, I've woke up,
Oh, I know.
ready, but, I mean, I don't remember.
You sleep when you're ready sometimes, too. You get really mad when I put it in my mouth and you're sleeping. You don't like that, by the way.
Well, if I'm sleeping, leave me alone.
I kind of get that, though, because if I was sleeping, man, I haven't been sleeping lately. Like, we're talking about sleeping right now, and I'm getting anxiety about trying to go to sleep, and we're not even sleepy time yet. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've noticed, like, I'll get really tired, and I almost am like, I should go to bed right now. Don't yawn.
I'm tired.
You're good.
I'm up at 5 every day.
I thought you just said I'm Muppet.
I'm a Muppet at 5 every day. I turn into Muppet, and then around 6 I'm at work, and I'm kind of Muppeting around.
Is that when you put your flashlight in my face?
Oh my God, I could point that thing opposite side of the room, and you're like, that's in my face!
Did you write anything down? That's all I've got.
No, but you know what? What was funny is that we were watching. I started watching a movie the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a Ryan Reynolds movie I hadn't seen.
Okay.
And I don't know, there was no real love interest, nothing like that. It's not like that freaking romantic comedy. It was called,
I know.
I can't remember. It was like 2005 too, so it was a little after the Van Wilder era, like in between. It was like the School of something.
Okay.
School of Ties or something like that, where he's this teacher. What the story is, there's an older guy who's like this old school teacher, and everybody loves him, and he's been like the teacher of the year for like a gazillion years.
Mm-hmm.
his son's a teacher there too. His son's never gotten Teacher of the Year or anything, and he's not nearly as popular, but he loves being an educator.
Okay.
Okay, so Ryan Reynolds comes in as this new young teacher, and he's like super cool and hip, and everybody likes him, and the older, I guess I passed up, the guy's father, teacher, passes away. So, he feels like he's got to live in the shadow of his dad and be the good teacher and this and that. But then Ryan Reynolds comes along and like sweeps everybody. Everybody falls in love with him, and he's all jealous of him. And then it turns out he was inspired. Ryan Reynolds' character is inspired by the old man, and he loved him because he was his teacher and he loved everything about him.
School of Life.
Yeah. So blah blah blah, and so it turns out he feels like shit, and then Ryan Reynolds' character has cancer and is dying, but you don't know that until the end. And so then he dies, and
spoiler!
I'm sitting there watching this fucking movie, and I'm like,
see, and
I swear to God, I fucking all of my tensions from recently with all the freaking stress of moving, leaving the place, the fucking everything. I fucking was like a little baby.
What?
I fucking fell apart for like a half an hour.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
I would have.
No one was in the house. I was a fucking mess.
Where was I?
You were at work.
Where were the kids?
Still asleep.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
I was a fucking mess for a half an hour. I couldn't even think right for a half hour. I was just ready to go fucking drive off the edge of the world. It was crazy.
Are you a flat earther?
Well, not the edge, wherever. The edge or something.
Well, I would have pointed and laughed at you so hard.
Because I'd still be driving. See, and that's why I wouldn't have watched it.
I'm just kidding. There's that one movie with Robert Pattinson. I think it's called Remember Me, and I've been wanting you to watch that with me forever because the ending, I was like, what the fuck? But you know what's funny? That now that you mention that, I've been crying a lot at books and movies. Just stupid romance books that I'm reading for 99 cents on my Kindle before I go to bed.
Well, ever since we had kids, I can't watch a fucking Disney movie for nothing. Because I just fucking tear up. I mean, immediately.
Makes you happy in pants?
It does. It makes me so happy. Don't make me a pedophile.
I'm not.
Put that on the air and you're making me a pedophile.
No, let's fix it then. Let's fix it.
I don't want to talk about that. Let's go back. Because I said the wrong thing, and then you're gonna you don't let me live that one down. That's fine. So let's move on back where we were before we lose where we were.
Where were we?
And now I don't even know.
We were talking about moving. Don't say I ruined it. Do you want me to talk about how I was on the monkey bars and I fell and that little girl came up and pointed at me and laughed? Full on Nelson.
That was pretty fucked up.
I didn't want to get my nails. I just painted my nails. God.
So yeah, so that made me, and I'm sure it had to do with more of all the stresses that are going on, and I'm so built up and so backed up with so much emotion and shit in here that it just fucking. Oh.
That's crazy.
It did. It was crazy. I don't know. It was wild. And then, and I mean, it didn't help too. I was at my grandma's that day. And, she had just passed away 8 months ago. So, I mean, it was just, there was so much. I walk in, it smells like her.
Grammy's been gone over a year.
You know what I mean?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
But I mean, I go in there and I smell her.
I know.
And pulling her stuff out. And I'm just. I think once I got home and then I was watching TV and just kind of working on my little race cars, I think it just all just watching that stupid movie, because there was parts I'm like, oh, this is funny, this is okay, there's that Ryan Reynolds humor, and that's, and then I was like, no, that's funny.
Aw, John Boy.
You motherfuckers had to give him cancer?
Aww.
That's some bullshit.
Spoiler.
It's an old movie. 2005. You ain't seen it by now? Well,
the first? Yeah, that's the first time you saw it. Ooh.
I would have much rather known the ending. I wouldn't have watched that motherfucker.
You just got okay. Thank you. You just got mad at me for reading the synopsis of a show that we were going to start watching, but you don't understand. If I know what's going to happen, I enjoy it more.
Tebow had told me that show is a lot like how he grew up as a fan. He goes, you've seen that show, Shameless? And now he goes, that's how I grew up.
Teebs. I miss him so. Somebody else was talking about him the other day.
Well, I've listened to Punch Drunk too, and he sounds like he's doing really well. He's been playing a lot of golf. He's been getting fat, and healthy. He's super fat and healthy. So, not that he'll ever listen to this, but Teebs, you're awesome with that.
In fact, speaking of men crying, I don't know if this will make you feel better, but Joey Diaz and Lisa Yatt are killing the church.
Yeah, I know.
And Sam Tripoli was on, and I guess Sam started crying on the air.
Well, I mean, Joey's what? He's giving up the church. He's going to Texas.
No, Joey's going to Jersey.
Going
and
home.
Lee's going to, I think, Montana.
Okay, and they're not going to keep anything going with it.
No,
Is that just because of the cancel culture, or do they just decide, it's kind of run its course, we're going to move a different direction?
I don't know. I haven't listened to it to find out. Oh, excuse me.
Like, why?
Yeah. Oh, shit. We got to go to bed right now. I just yawned.
Yeah, that's too bad because, Joey Diaz is one of the most natural, gifted, storytelling, funny, genuine people you're going to ever lay eyes on or hear about.
I agree.
And I can't say I know him because I don't. I've never even talked to him before.
He calls me Mama, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't know my name. It's okay, Sam Tripoli. I have known Sam for how many years? He was the first one on my podcast. And then Jason Rouse may have been the first. But Sam was like one of the first people on Happy Endings. And he still calls me Boo.
That's all right. Most of those people have been wandering around that place behind you for years, and 99% of them don't know my name.
Fuck, I miss that place, though. So, yeah. Oh, I wish I would have seen you cry. Can you,
No, I can't.
I wouldn't make fun of you. I would have probably started crying with you.
Oh, you would have been freaking bawling.
I
guarantee. As soon as you're like,
no,
and you hear this and you read, he steals his medical record and you read what it is and you're like, oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, you know what though? That makes sense now. I feel better about myself because I have been crying more lately, and I don't cry. I'm not a crier. I'm a fucking badass bitch.
I make you cry all the time.
When you fart.
Twice a week I make you cry.
Okay, but when you fart, it stinks. And
not when I fart. Those are fun. If I can make you fart or stink and cry, whatever, with that fart.
Out of the fart.
How did I do there?
You did very well.
Garcia.
Is there anything else? Oh, by the way, just a little side note. My life has been happier the past couple days because you found SpongeBob Push Pops and that
Push-ups,
and that made me super happy.
Yeah, those things were delish.
They were delish.
Hey, I'm stupid.
You're not stupid.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else exciting happened. No, but I am. It's a good week for me and Brody because we got the racing RC Nationals this weekend at the Oval for the Oval Racing up in Bakersfield. Your favorite farm pit.
Crystal meth and broken dreams.
Yeah, but we're excited about that. That'll be a lot of fun.
Brody is super excited. That was disgusting, and I hope nobody heard that.
You think anybody heard? I farted.
Shh. Oh my god, you're gonna make me cry. Stop!
What? Why are you
Oh my god, you should see what it looked like on the fucking audio. Like, it's all...
There was something happening. I think it was my phone. I fell.
Your phone, I fell. You don't even know what you're saying anymore.
Well, it's late for us. It's like almost 9:30. We're like, oh my god.
It's 10:16.
It's like an hour past my bedtime right now.
You're such a bitch. It's okay, since we did this late, that means I don't have to rub your back tonight.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Well, if you would have said that at the beginning, I would have freaking canceled out, because this is not one of the top fives right here.
You know what? I didn't do my top 5.
Yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for it. Go ahead. Throw down. I still owe you 2 more I have to think about.
Okay. Well, yeah, orgasm. Okay, this is going to sound so stupid. And, being on stage making people laugh, not bombing, that's not fun. But when the kids randomly come up and show me love, like, every once in a while, Caleb will get a bug in his butt from being molested and come up and kiss my forehead. And it almost makes me cry every time because I'm like, and then like when Brody will crawl in bed, like after you go to work, he puts his foot on me like he has to touch me, and I'm like, oh, they love me. Like that's all I want. I just want like somebody to love me a lot. Like that's my goal in life. And somebody canceled my last massage canceling. My last massage.
That's one of your favorites.
Oh yeah.
But like, is that a true feeling though? Like, I mean, is that just a all right? They're like,
no, like
you know what I mean? When I mean like true feeling, I mean like something that honestly I don't know if if we were to divorce.
Okay, I like this scenario.
One of the prerequisites. She better not. The next person better be able to scratch my back because I can't deal with that shit. That's a must.
Okay, first of all,
said when we divorce.
Okay, first of all, there will not be another one because I will kill them.
Not if you're gone.
Where am I going?
I don't know.
No. There will not be another one. She will not be blonde. She will not be smaller than me, and she will not scratch your back. I'll kill a bitch.
See, you gotta have to let that go. That can't be there because if you take that from me, you're taking one of the greatest feelings in the whole world.
You know what? Find someone that will do that the way I do it.
I don't think anybody will ever do that.
I know. So you might as well. Why are you talking about divorce?
I don't know. I think about it a lot.
No. I'm just gonna tell you no. I'm not gonna sign papers ever. You're stuck. No.
That's fucking bullshit.
You're such an asshole.
What?
No.
You know, I'm just saying. It's hot.
It is hot.
It's sweaty. I've been melting all freaking week.
I know. I'm going to go take a shower.
It's going to continue to melt.
I know. It's going to go until September. Probably in October, too. Fuck, man.
I keep finding reasons like, I got to go to the building upstairs because that toilet's still leaking. And it's like the coldest room in the place. You sit there with it freaking like 65 degrees. Turn it down. It's so cool. I hate it when it's this hot. I like it when it's cold.
I do too. I do not like this heat. I don't feel like I can ever get cold enough. It's just
And when you get up at like 5 a.m. and I go out to start my car and it's
Is this before or after you put your flashlight in my face?
When you think I put my flashlight in your face, it's like 85 degrees outside, and you're like, oh my god, it's fucking still dark. I don't even want to drink my hot coffee. It's that fucking warm.
Cold coffee. So when I was in high school, my best friend and I went to a 7-Eleven, and it was when those Starbucks drinks just came out. And so we went to the guy, and we were like, hey, do you have any of those Starbucks bottled drinks? And he yelled at us, and he goes, cold coffee and cold box. And we just stood there like two stupid teenagers, and we were like, huh? And he's like, cold coffee and cold box. And we were like, okay, bye. And we left.
You got scared of him and left.
I was like, what the fuck are they saying? Cold coffee and cold box. Yeah, but we're good. We're at 38. I thought we weren't going to even go this long because it was so hot and so late. So if you want to just end it at cold coffee and cold box, we can do that.
Cold cocks in little boxes.
Or we
Is that like a cold cut sandwich?
Oh, that sounds good. Did we have dinner tonight? I don't think we had dinner tonight.
Something. I had some chicken, remember? You saw
me. Yeah.
Chicken sandwich that I made off of the rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, off the rotisserie.
It's pretty delish.
All right. So until next week, goodbye.
I say good day.
Good day.